So we're going to talk about building organization. So we are using this platform called Marathon, but there are many, many aspects which have to do with the classic Herbalife topics, right? With Herbalife when it's coming to the way of how we build the business, how we build organization. So we can definitely use different types of flows and systems and approaches and DMO as they call it, right? Daily method of operation. One of them is marathon, another one is nutrition club. Some other people do fit clubs, and some other people just working online this way or another. So there are different types of ways of building business. So ways of, I would say, let's say, building your customer base, right? And when it's coming to the building organization, right? It has several more elements to it. So it's not enough just to go and create large customer base. There are several very important elements which we are sometimes missing, and this is what slows us down sometimes for years if we just don't understand how to build organization. So that's why I decided to go with you today into aspects which will help actually to create an organization. So we're going to talk organization today, right? Very basic things, but very important things. Sometimes we forgot them, so we need to go back to basics and see how we do it, right? Okay, so let's start with just reminding ourselves about the basics of the marathon itself, right? We usually do it, and then we would go to the next level of discussion. But first, I want to remind everyone that we have this structured business model called Marathon, and you see this team. I'm sure everybody knows what I'm talking about because all of you are captains with 2 teams at least, and that's why we don't need to go into it, but just to remind that there is a big difference between just having like 80 customers and having 10 teams of 8 customers in each, right? It's a big difference because we have a unit to duplicate, right? A unit from within, we can develop new assistant captain, then new captain. So the duplication is based on these small units. That's why there is a big difference between 10 teams and 80 customers. Big difference when it's coming to structure, when it's coming to duplication, when it's coming to royalty building, organizational building, and everything else. But even this is not enough. So we're gonna get to the next level of discussion now. So just to remind everybody, that's the structure of the team. Marathon is a game to play, right? We're playing in teams, so you all know it. So these are important rules in terms of quantities, right? We need to quantify our work. Again, I'm not going to train on it. I'm not going to explain anything. I'm sure you know those pictures. If not, just take pictures, right? But these are important, I would say, important rules of the game when it's coming to the rules of the game. So these are quantity-related rules, right? The previous picture was quality-related. This is functions within the team. Now this one is quantity-related. And so this is the main flow, which you all, again, I'm sure you all know how things are moving from a new customer, which called marathon player, going to through referrals, going to becoming assistant captain, then through the business opportunity discussion, then signing up as a distributor, then creating first team, then creating second team, then becoming active captain and joining our school, right? And then building next generation of teams and captains. So we all know it. Today we are going to talk about how we develop new assistant captains and and new captains. So you remember probably this slide. If not, then this is the slide where we actually can see that there is, once we have new assistant captain is the one, just to remind, who brought 2 players, 2 customers into the team. And so we assign this person as an assistant captain. And so the question is how fast we want to go and build first team. So some people say, I'm busy with my life, all right, and sometimes I will refer someone to you, and this is how we grow. And some other people say, I'm interested to go faster. it also very much depends on how we as captains, as upline supervisors, how we act, what we propose, where we lead this person to, what kind of pace we can offer. Okay, we can move faster, we can move slower. So this is, it's a combination of the new assistant captain appetite and about our leadership also. It's very important, right? It's depends on two sides, but we need to take into account that we can influence it. This is important. So once we created first team, whether it takes 4 weeks or it takes maybe 1 week or maybe 2 weeks, it depends on what we do together, right? And then we have the next mission is to create second team as soon as possible. We want to move obviously fast. We want to move fast, but sometimes instead of moving fast, we are just expecting things to happen. We're just waiting until this new assistant captain will bring someone. And then it can take forever. And then we don't get an active supervisor as a result. We don't get active captain of 2 and more teams, because we are just sitting and waiting until things will happen and people will bring their friends. So in most cases, it's not happening. Let's just face it. Okay. So it very much depends on how we, what we do with those people, right? What is the plan? And so, but again, we can do it fast, we can do it slow. I propose everybody to move faster, and I will show you how to do it faster. So just to remind, we have this idea of how we qualify to the active supervisor, to the supervisor and active supervisor at the same time. So during this 3 months time, could be faster. Again, we want to create with this new person who is active, who wants to do it, who wants to become captain. We want to create 2 teams quickly, as soon as possible, and then to complete supervisor qualification within 90 days. So obviously there is a long-term rolling qualification. People can qualify within 12 months, 10 months, 6 months. But we need to understand and remember that this type of supervisors will be just customers. They will never be active supervisors. They will never be builders. They will be just active customers, and maybe they will have a couple of other customers with them. But forget about it. If someone qualified within 12 months, this person is not in the business. These are just customers. This is great to have 50% discounted customers, right? But this is not something we are building in order to create organization, right? It's just part of the customer base. Some of our customers just use products at 50% discount. That's fine, no problem at all. They are still part of the family. But we are looking for active people. And active people could be turned on or turned off by us and by what we propose and how we move forward and what the offering is in terms of the plan of action. So obviously, not everything depends on us. More depends on them and how they move and who they are and their situation in life and what's not. But still, I just want to take on us the responsibility to propose a faster way of moving forward. So just to remind to all of us this ladder, the scale, right? So how we moving up to a higher, to the higher levels of our marketing plan, the marathon marketing plan in a way. And just to remind everybody that if we want to see duplication going, then we need to climb to the higher levels of this plan. So we need to have at least 5 teams, at least 5,000 volume points, and more, right? And then we can assume that we have enough people to go and develop more teams and through their circle of influence, and not just, obviously you are still working and attracting new customers from to your first line, but you have enough people to choose from and find active, interesting people and start creating with them their own teams. But obviously, eventually, you want to get to 10 teams. This is where things are really moving fast, really moving fast. And the question is not just number of teams, but also a structure of teams. We will now are going to talk about it. And then, but it's important to understand that if we want royalty to start, we want to start seeing royalty, we need to be at those upper levels of this ladder. Okay, so there are two conditions if we want to ensure duplication and royalty building. One condition is number of teams. The second condition is structure of teams. So up until now, we just discussed number of teams, and we also said that it's important to have assistant captain in each team. Today, we are going further, one step ahead. We are going to talk about the structure of the teams, how you want them to be structured if you want to turn this team into someone else's team. Okay, if you want to create to build quickly a new team under your assistant captain. Okay, this is exactly what we are going to discuss. And to create an independent captain, which would become supervisor, active supervisor, would take his or her teams into your organizational volume. Okay, once qualified to supervisor, taking those people and the teams and everything into your organizational volume, you are paid royalties and moving up the marketing plan. So number of teams, structure of teams, two main conditions. So here what you see, this is a kind of a new team called, I call it single level team. This is just my terminology, but this is what it is, a single level team, which means I brought 8 people to this team. They are not related to each other in any way. I brought them as my first line customers. All of them are coming from whatever, it doesn't really matter, but I am their first upline distributor. And in this case, there are very low chances to see a duplication, right? Because there is no one yet. We don't see any signs of anything, right? All of them are customers. I created the team. That's fine. That's absolutely great. My job is to identify a person within this team who would be interested in becoming, let's say, a future captain, assistant captain. And we will talk about some values of what it means to be assistant captain, why it's so important, what does it mean, our marketing plan maybe a little bit, right? Not heavy discussion. I'm not talking business too much because let's say they're still customers. Not everyone is coming to the business like Nevri and Menko, they came for business. I also came for business, right? But mostly people are coming through the product. And so we get, because it's much easier to build your team, to bring, to get people on, to get them on product, get results. People are excited. They see that they are in some interesting game, some interesting movement. And the question, if it's a game, then in every game, there is always a next level of the game. So, and then I come and I propose the next level. Let's become, who wants to become assistant captain? Because this is the next level of the game. Next level. Like we've seen here, this is on this picture. We want to show everybody this marketing plan. I would show it. Okay, this is what I do. I show this marketing, in a way, marketing plan, right, to my customers. So I say next level is assistant captain. This is next level of the game. So people would say, what does it mean? Then I explain what it means. What do you need to do? What is your function within this, within the community, within the team, within the chat, within the lab? Okay. And so what you do, you are active, you are helping me, you are learning from me, and I'm helping you. You help me to run the lab. I help you to create your own team. That's the deal. This is the simplest explanation. You help me to run the lab. I help you to build your team. You will be a captain. Very simple explanation. Then the details are coming, right? What you do, how you post, how you bring, what you invite, what do we do? And this is exactly what I'm going to discuss with you now. But I'm starting with with this second phase, with the second step, assistant captain. And so here I'm trying to identify again a person which I'm going to build a new team under this person. I'm going to do it with this person, but I'm going to take responsibility for that. If I identify someone interesting, if this was mistake and this person is not exactly interested, no problem. Okay, I'm going to look for another person who is interested and active and interested to move forward with this idea. And then next step, we will choose another person to become assistant captain by bringing 2 customers, right? First. Okay, so this is flat team, all right, single level team. So this is what I want to build. This is multi-level team, and this is exactly what I'm trying to build. Once I identify interesting person, we've got new assistant captain. So now we want to go and start building deep. We want to go and develop circle of influence of this person. And now we have very high chances of having a duplication as a result of this process, right? To creating new captains. So again, very important to understand, this team has no chances of duplication yet, right? Yet. But this team has very high chances of duplication because it's built under my new person. So this is more advanced team. So this is the difference between the structures, right? We're talking about structure, the team structure. It could be flat, no chances of duplication and growth, or it could be multi-level. This is exactly what we are building. Multi-level organization starts with multi-level team in Marathon. Okay, so why it's so important to go and build deep? Now forget about Marathon. Sorry, forget about Marathon. This is just Herbalife business. It's not about DMO now. It's just about classic Herbalife, how we build organization. So what we need to do is to build 6 lines deep. This is what we understood from Mark Hughes many years ago, how to build organization. He said many times, you go and you build deep. Some of you may remember those, his fingers, how he was explaining, how you build very deep organization, and then you would identify 3 lines of active supervisors. But if you don't go and you don't build deep, you will never do it. Because then otherwise the alternative to building deep is just having, it's being lucky, right? It's just praying. But we want to be actively building organization, right? Not just thinking about did I meet in my life this person who made me president's team? No, we are just building wide and we are building deep. Some people are just building wide, and then they are surprised after several years of doing it why there is no organization, why royalty is not growing. But because we are not building those royalties. Building royalties means building organization, is unlocking circles of influence of those people and going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And eventually you create deep organization, and then you've got 3 lines of active supervisors who are in business because they all have, write this down, they all have downline. So if you want to keep your customers going, make them build under them some downline of their people, which is, let's say, assistant captain to start with, right, in Marathon. And if you want to build active supervisor, you definitely need to have 6 lines, 6 generations deep under this person. And then you will see sooner or later several supervisors are appearing on surface, and some of them, the upper layers, are going to be active because they all have downline. And if someone is lazy and not interested in business, so other people will become your active lines. Anyway, you have nothing to lose. But deeper you go, more interesting people you would identify. And this is just statistically, right? This is very simple. Deeper you go, more people you meet. Not wider you go, more people you meet, because to go wider, it's You need to invest a lot of time and effort to create new first line customer. But if you want to create second line customer, it could be much easier and much faster, right? If you go through circle of influence. And deeper you go, more people you meet. This is how it works. So it doesn't matter whether you're in marathon, nutrition club, fit club, whatever club. Whatever you do, this is the rule. This is how you build royalties. This is how you move up the marketing plan eventually. And now we will be talking about a little bit, it's related to the marathon or not related to the marathon. Okay, this is just pure classic Herbalife business, which some of us forgot. And now we go back to basics. So now we're going to discuss how we are building, actually, technically, the multi-level team. So, so what you see here is it's an approach, it's an idea. So in the middle you have your customer, and this customer is a marathon player or nutrition club customer, or it doesn't matter. Again, it's just a customer, or it could be a new distributor, or it could be assistant captain. It doesn't really matter. So what we do, we work with the person on list of people they know, list of friends. Okay, let's say 10 friends, 20, 30, 40, but a few dozen of friends. And we just go and talk to these people. How we do it, we'll discuss later, but let's say we do it. Okay, we go and interview these people, whether they're interested in product or in business. And some of they say yes, some of they say no. Statistically, more people would say no, but few would say yes. And this is what we do. No, 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 yes. No, 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 yes. Very simple. And this is what we keep doing. Now, once we have this yes, we got new customer. Once we got new customer, there is new circle of influence opens up for us. And now we are going to do exactly the same with this second person. So now we have second line of customers. Second line. So this is us. This is my first line customer. Now, through his circle of influence, we talk to many people. We identify this person. This person becomes customer. Now we open up new circle of influence. We go and talk to those people. Identify next one. Open up new circle of influence and go to meet these people and go to meet to these people. We don't count generations. We don't think like it's their business now. No, it's not their business. It's going to be their business once they are Get team members. Then it's going to be their business. Until then, we need to be actively building in actively building mode. Okay, we need to be very proactive. And this is what I'm going to discuss with you now, how to be proactively building. This is what we need to be. This is the mode if we want to move fast. And if we want to turn everything we do into royalties. And I assume this is what you're interested in doing. So that's why we are moving to this next picture. And here, once we unlock 3 new circle of influence, let's say, we start moving into 3 directions. So how many people we see here? We see one person. So in the middle is this a new assistant captain. And now we have 6, 8 people. This is exactly what we need to create one team. So this is how you create a team. By unlocking circles of influence. Technically, we're going to discuss how to do it. But this is what we want to do if you want to create active captain and if you want to move quickly. If you don't do it through circle of influence, then you are just in the waiting mode. You are not in building mode, you are in a waiting mode. It's 2 different modes. Building mode builds your business. Eventually, you will build your organization. Waiting mode, you will stay, single level salesperson if you want to be. But you will not be building an organization. Then you will be dependent on luck eventually, right? And waiting mode is when I say to all my customers, I say, guys, if you bring your friend to my to the marathon or to my club, it doesn't really matter again. If you bring a friend, you would get a prize, right? You would get, this is a promotion, okay? I'm running, so bring two friends, get this the protein bar, whatever, get this, okay? So get this, I don't know, something, okay, whatever, or get some discount, or do all right, some products, and then 1 out of 10 would bring a friend. Statistically, this is proven statistically, internationally, everywhere. 1 out of 10, whether it's club or marathon, it doesn't really matter. It's 1 out of 10 would bring a friend. That's the statistics. If you are just waiting, if you are just run the promotion and you say bring a friend and get something, 1 out of 10. If you got 2 out of 10, great job. I'm proud of you. But it's still not enough, because it's still a waiting mode, not a building mode, but rather waiting mode. So, and we want to move quickly and fast and create new active captain with 2 teams. So it's definitely would not work if I just give an instruction like bring your friends and then I'm here, okay? I'm here. Bring your friends to me. Now we need to go and actually make it happen. This is our job. And many of us, we just forgot how to do it. The reason was why we forgot how to do it actively and proactively, how actually to go and build this deep downline. The reason was eventually it was several reasons. Number one was nutrition clubs. When I open nutrition club and I expect people to come to my place, I don't go to see people anymore. Reason number two was online. Online became very efficient way to meet people and contact and communicate. So why would I go and meet them when we can just chat and meet online? Okay. So, and then the third one was pandemic, when we couldn't go and meet people, right? And so now we are in the position that we invite people to come to us, whether it's nutrition club, marathon, or any type or any other type of doing business, right? But we are expecting for people to come to us, but we need to go to see them. If we want to build and develop their circle of influence, we need to go physically and actually see these people and develop those organizations physically by being there physically. Sometimes it's online, sometimes it's offline. If it's in your city, it's better to have it offline, right? If it's different city, you cannot just come and see these people. So it's probably going to be 3-way calls, Zoom calls, and you're gonna meet them online, right? But without active development of your downline, going deep and unlocking circle of influence, you would not get there. We would still, a year from now, we will be still running the same operation without any growth in royalties, without having a new 3 lines of supervisors. I'm not talking about 6 lines of supervisors. This is actually what we need to build. If we want to have 3 lines strong, we actually need to build 6 lines of supervisors. And this is exactly what we are going to discuss with you today. So many people lost this hunting instinct and skills, and turned to be a spider, right? So a spider sitting in the middle of a spider net, of the net web, right? And waiting when fly will come. And the model which I propose is not a spider mode, but rather a bee mode, right? Actively going out there, right? To get the flowers, okay? To get the work done there and bring it here. So it's not waiting mode, it's actually going and getting mode. So let's go and discuss it. Okay, so developing circle of influence. If it's online, excuse me, if it's online, I'm sorry, If it's online, then, excuse me. Right. So if this is online, then we do three-way calls, probably Zoom calls or something like that. We have to do it actively with new customer when his or her people are not in town. Then we just do it online. But we have to do it. We just need to discuss it and to make list of people, to start calling these people, not calling, but making those scheduling those meetings. We need to have a clear script, what to say, how to make this three-way call, a Zoom call, and actually go and conduct it in order to find more and more customers under this person. And this person, this new assistant captain or whatever, new distributor, would be actually learning from us how we do it, how we close meetings, and so this is online, right? The fastest way to do it is offline. This is the fastest way of creating everything is offline when you work in your city. Obviously, the things are different. I'm not coming and saying that you have to work only in your city, right? This is not the point, and this is not what I'm trying to say, because people are everywhere. People know other people everywhere, but there is still local business is very strong. You can move much faster locally than somewhere else, statistically, right? If you want to move faster, you invest more time locally in your city. If there is no city, you live alone somewhere in the forest, right? And you don't have a choice, I understand. But if you are in some town and city and there are people around, and your customer or distributor from the city, so this is the way to go. And the way to go is to go and meet these people physically, not to invite them to your club and not to invite them to your, it's not about they bring people to me, it's I'm going to talk to them. What's happening with this clicker? 1 second, please. So we're talking about home parties and home meetings, which are going to be a big solution. Some of us did it. This is how I worked for the first 18 years before nutrition clubs arrived. Then most of our activity moved to nutrition clubs, and many of us just forgot how to do it and lost the skill. And we need to revive the skill and learn it from anew. And some new people who never did it, they need to learn it from us, but we need to go and recreate this whole story of home parties, because this is the fastest and quickest way to go and create your business, both retail, wholesale, and not wholesale, I'm sorry, retail and royalties, okay, and organization. And training, it's actually also a training at the same time. Very practical training. Okay, so let's do it. Let's talk about it as a strictly organized process rather than just a shake party. It's not about shake party, it's about the process. It's about the flow. It's the flow. When we are talking about, by the way, hybrid business model, we mean working locally and virtually. Marathon and my neighbors. Nutrition club and still my member. My physical nutrition club and my online nutrition club, and my online presence in social media. Okay, so hybrid means I'm combining different demographics. I have online people who come from social media to me. I have other people who come to participate in our fit club. Different people, right? I have my nutrition club if I have one. I have my marathon people. I have different demographics. And hybrid means obviously being everywhere, trying to be everywhere, but there are only two ways. There is only one way actually to eventually build your deep organization, is if you develop circle of influence of your customers and distributors. You actively develop it. And the best way to develop it in your city is home parties. And that's why we need to make them a standard way of doing business. And now we are going to discuss it. So first home meeting with new customer. Pay attention, very important. Every new customer you have, specifically, let's talk about your city. You've got a new customer. During your meeting, when you actually you sell the product, you need to schedule a home meeting, first home meeting, the same time. The moment of sale, you got the customer, you schedule a meeting at customer home. You would say, why do I need it? There is lots of reasons why do you need it. And now we are going to talk. No guests, it's not home party. It's just a first meeting with the customer at home. Even if you have nutrition club, even if you have marathon, you still need to go and see and meet the family. This is super important, and you will now understand why. So, first meeting, main goals. We need to meet the family, husband, kids, everybody. We want to build relations, because in many cases, there is a husband, sometimes negative husband, okay? We need to come there and bring all these wonders of Herbalife and ourselves, okay? We need to build relations in everything. This is where we unlock everything. This is where we create trust between us, because initially there is very low level of trust. Okay, I supply products, they give me money, and this is it. Okay, meanwhile, so this is low level of trust. I want to upgrade this level, and to do so, I want to arrive to this person's house. So I want to meet the family, build relations. I want to encourage family members to get on product, all of them, and I have technique how to do it. And then I want to create a conditions for the first home party with guests, with friends. Okay. So it's probably, let's say today we have a sale, and we would schedule next week. I'm coming. How I schedule it? Now I'm going to share with you how I do it. So this is what I do. I discuss during the sale already. I'm discussing and scheduling the meeting. So what I tell this person is that the home meeting is actually, it's an integral part of our program. I'm coming to your place. I'm coming to your place. All right. I'm just informing. I'm not suggesting anything. This is important. It's the same way as we don't invite people to the marathon. We inform them that they are in marathon and send them the link. This is important. It's the same exactly. I'm just informing that this is part of the process. If we are in the same city, right? It's part of the process. I will be coming to your place to make sure that your home situation is right in order to achieve our best success with your weight, with your nutrition, with everything, right? So what we do know, that buying and preparing food at home for yourself and your family, this is the most important thing. It's not about just replacing your morning shake or morning and evening shake. This is not enough, right? We want to help you to arrange and fix and optimize your food, buying food situation, and cooking at home, and feeding your family, and having snacks, and so on and so forth. I will bring you some interesting materials, and I will. We all know that 80% of all mistakes and failures are happening at home. We all know it, and this is what I pronounce, right? I want to articulate it, that 80% of the problem is not in club or in marathon, is at home. And that's why we want to help you to arrange right things at home. So I will bring you something which is called glycemic index chart. Glycemic index chart. I hope you are familiar with glycemic index. If not, glycemic index is a parameter which shows to what extent different types of carbs, carbohydrates, would elevate level of sugar and create insulin reaction. Okay, this is more or less the very simple explanation of what it means. And higher the glycemic index, so it's actually worse for our goals, right? We want to lose weight and we want to be healthier. If we want to lose weight, we need to get less sugar, right? And that's why higher the glycemic index with those products, the harder we will have harder times to lose weight and control our weight. So that's why we're looking for low glycemic index products, or maybe mid, but definitely not high. That's why we need to educate the person. These people don't have anything. They mostly don't know. They never heard of it. But this is something which we simply discuss. And then I say, I'm going to bring this glycemic chart to you. Okay, this is the glycemic chart, printed. Okay, and I'm going to bring one for you. We're gonna stick it to your fridge, and I'm going to teach you how to plan your food shopping, right, next week, based on glycemic index and some other parameters, right, like protein and like nutritional values and some other things. So, and I will teach you how to prepare your shopping list in order to buy right things, and then to cook right things at home, and so on and so forth. So glycemic index. Then I'm going to bring you a Tanita scale. Tanita scale, if it's not in the club, so I'm coming to you, I will bring my Tanita scale. Tanita scale is a body composition monitor, which measures 9 parameters of your body, including blah, 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 blah. You explain everything. I'm coming, we will make this measurement at home. All right, this is very important. So this will be our starting point. Then I will teach you how to make right snacks at home. So the snacks would be then healthy snacks, and they would support your weight management program. Because in many places we found wrong snacks which don't support weight management program. So that's why it's so important to have right snacks at home. I will bring you and teach you how to make very tasty shake. All right, new recipe. You never tried it. It's great, and it's important that we do it in the evening or maybe weekend when everyone is at home. And so let's just schedule it now. So when it's a good time next week. So I'm taking yours, Mama, and I'm looking for a place. And I just say, how about next Wednesday, 6 p.m. I'm going to be more or less at your neighborhood. That's it. So I explained why it's important. I'm not selling anything, just explaining this is part of the program. Okay, this is important to come and see and help you at home. And next Wednesday next week. So the discussion is whether it's Wednesday or Thursday, whether it's 6 or 7. Okay, that's the discussion, no problem. So this is how I schedule. So I schedule in almost 100% of cases. I don't have any problem with scheduling because I'm not offering anything, not suggesting anything. I'm just informing that this is our next step. Sometimes people say, no, I don't want to come. I don't. Yeah, that's happening. That's fine. But mostly people see positive because I bring value. I bring my Tanita. I bring my new shake recipe. I bring my, this chart. And I suggest everyone would guys print the glycemic index, and because you bring lots of value, and you are not coming to sell anything, by the way. Zero. You are not coming to sell. That's very important. So now we are moving to the next slide. So now let's talk how we talk. Let's discuss how we talk with the old customer. Let's say you've got someone for 5 months, 3 months, you never visited this person at home in your city, right? And so you need a reason. So it's funny. Why would you one day, you know, you wake up and say, okay, let's go to your place, but you never did before, right? So you need some reason. And the reason very simple. You run a campaign this month. Our company, we all run campaign. We are going to meet the family and meet and visit our customers at home because we want to help them to optimize their nutrition at home, how they cook, how they buy, and everything else. All right. And we call it Healthy Food at Home Months, just for example, right? So then we talk about 80% of all mistakes and failures happen at home. It's the same, right? And then we need to help with the buying and preparing food at home for yourself and your family. Then we talk about glycemic index chart, then healthy snacks. Then we want to meet the family. Okay, then we're gonna bring Tanita again, and then we are going to prepare very tasty shake or something like that, right? And it needs to be evening or weekend. We want to meet the entire family. So how about next Wednesday at 6? That's it. Okay, so this is old customer, right? So with all the customers, we need to go and visit them at home. We're not coming to sell anything, just again to remind. So once at home next Wednesday or whatever, right? So no guests, we are not inviting anybody. No sales, we are not proposing to buy anything. No lectures, we are not going to lecture anybody. 0 lectures, please. All right. So if it's not a club customer, you would make a little first time or second time or whatever a wellness evaluation if you never did. If you did, then it's fine. You don't have to do it. So you are meeting the family, you're building relations. All you explain is what glycemic index chart is. You just stick it to the fridge, if possible. If not possible, if person is not ready, so you just put it there, place it on the table, no problem. And now you want to mobilize the family to go and prepare a shake with you. Okay, you need to get a shake and tea and aloe. You are going to do it at the kitchen. So in the kitchen. So in the kitchen. So you personally, you don't do the shake. You don't prepare the shake. You mobilize the family. They do the shake. That's very important. You never do anything with your hands, please. You just give instructions. You mobilize the person. Now, what you need to have with you, if this is new customer, you want to have products. You want to have blender. Sometimes person doesn't have blender, so you need to have your own blender. So this is what I do. I have everything in my car. Everything. I have products. I have blender in case there is no blender. I got even ice and milk and frozen berries. I have everything if needed, if I go for the mission of nutrition. And so now what I do, I say, guys, I need your help. I need your help. This is the key sentence. I need your help. So you get all the kids and husband and everybody to the kitchen, and because you need help. And now you delegate. So you say you are going to be in charge of water, you're going to be in charge of shaker or blender, you're going to press the button, you are going to put the powders inside, okay? You're going to put it into electricity, whatever. Okay, so you're going to add water, you're going to add milk, and so on and so forth. So you just give them what to do. Once they do it, they become your active customers, I mean family members, right? And you make very, very universally, unusually tasty shake. I will share with you my own recipe at the end, which works in 100% of cases, right? It's not about making different shakes. Shake party is not about shakes. It's about one shake. It's about duplication. It's not about many different types of shakes. It's not about recipes. It's about one recipe, which works, which brings me more customers and unlocks more circles of influence. So it's not about different types of shakes. Again, for me, sharing with you my system, And my process, which works in 100% of cases, almost. But so we want just to make it production line out of it. Okay. So shake must be very tasty. So now we make the shake, we drink the shake. Okay. We just discuss it a little bit. No lectures, please. Okay. You can just quickly tell your story in just 30 seconds. You are not coming to convince anybody in anything. So this is very important. It's about building relations and having fun. It's about just having fun and meeting the family. You don't argue, okay? And you don't sell anything and you don't offer to sell anything. This is very important because it's about relations. If you start selling, you kill relations. All right? If you don't sell, you bring all the value, then you upgrade your relations to the next level, and it allows you to create next meeting with guests now. This is exactly what you want to do. Sometimes you have old customers and you don't need it. You can jump straight to the home party with guests if you have a good level of relations and trust. But if not, so with new customers, this is what we do. It really opens up circle of influence. People are ready to go and invite their friends and family and neighbors. They wouldn't do it otherwise, by the way. And sorry. So closing. Now we discuss with new customer, we discuss the next marathon game level, assistant captain. This is the next level. If we have a minute or two, no problem. Then we suggest organizing a home party with several close friends and neighbors next week. So now we suggest to organize a home party with guests. Could be 3, 4, 5 people, not more. If you have a green light and person agrees, then we need to schedule date and time, discuss date and time now. Okay, you open your diary next Wednesday or whatever. Okay, and you do it now. And then you schedule a call for tomorrow to discuss all the organizational issues of this event. And then you leave. All this meeting is about half hour, not more. 40 minutes is maximum. Don't stay for a longer, because you are becoming a burden in this family if you stay for a longer, right? So half hour, 40 minutes maximum, you did everything, everyone is happy, and you just leave. And you didn't sell anything. All you want is you want to schedule a serious home party and upgrade the level of relations and meet the family and try to get everybody on product. When you get people on product from this family, you actually double the use of products already. So if this person just purchased 90 volume points, let's say program, and now everybody else is involved, so everyone else is consuming the products, it means that this person would run out of products not within months, but within 10 days, within 2 weeks. So that means that effectively you double the consumption in this house, in this family. Think about it. Getting family on board is actually doubling the volume per customer immediately, the same meeting, and you didn't sell anything. They just run out of products within a few days. So this is very important. Okay, now we go and discuss the actual the actual shake party or home party. So now we schedule the date and time. We talk about how to invite. Okay, we need to discuss a script, very simple script. The person would say, you need to teach, you need to roll game, to make a little, to try it, right? To discuss it now, how you're gonna do it. I'm giving you just an example of script, and you please do it to me. So you invite me. So just little role game. and role play, and very simple. Okay, I'm part of this community called Marathon or Nutrition Club or whatever, and I'm getting great results. I met great people, and I feel fantastic. And this guy who is my nutrition consultant, my coach, right, is coming to me next week on Wednesday with great tools, with a new interesting device, right, called body monitor, Tanita scale, whatever name is, and shake and new recipes of very tasty and healthy shakes, and so on and so forth. And so I want to invite you because you are my close friend. I think you're gonna love it. Something like that. Okay, they will do it in their way, obviously, but you just give an example. So once you give an example, now, so invitation script is very generic like that, something like that. Then you discuss list of close friends and relatives and neighbors who they can invite. Not more than 5 people. You actually discuss 10 to try to invite them, because we all know that maybe 3 will come. So between 5 and 10, that's the list we need to discuss. I would say 10, right? Then you are in touch on a daily basis to make sure that this person is inviting, is talking, and you got some confirmations, right? And then you are ready. So you had like 5, 6, 7 days in advance. You started the process. You know that things are progressing. And by the way, simultaneously, you would try to schedule several home parties in order to make sure that you have shake parties, home parties every single day. This is how we build the business. Every single day. I was running 3 a day, 3 home parties a day in several towns around my town, and several towns around, with the simple reach of, I don't know, 30 minutes drive. Okay, this is what we did. 3 a day, 3 home parties a day. We've built like crazy. And so this is how we're getting ready. And then home party with the guests. Here's what we do. Again, very important things. Again, I'm going to share with you my style. I'm not saying that's the only style. You have your own ideas. I'm sure some of you have enough experience to design your own home parties, right? I'm just sharing with you mine. I believe that what I'm going to tell you is the simplest and fastest way to turn it into a production line. Just production line, as many as possible, as deep as possible, as quick as possible. Okay, that's why I'm not going to talk about recipes. I'm going to talk about recipe one, just one. Okay, because it's not about different recipes. It's about more meetings and about going deeper and unlocking more circles of influence. This is what all it's about. Some people believe that home parties is about trying many new shakes. I don't believe this is right. I think it's waste of time between us girls, and I also don't believe that we need to bring some very heavy recipes, culinary recipes to the table, because it's a little bit out of focus. My focus is very simple focus, which I'm going to share with you now. And that's why I don't want anything to disturb my simple goal. Okay, so home party. What do I need to have with me? I need to have Tanita scale. I need to have products. Usually what I have in my car is Formula 1 cookies and cream, Formula 1 chocolate, Rebuild Strength, tea, and aloe. These are products. You can also bring PDM, for example. I bring my own products. I don't want my new customer to spend her products because she just bought it. All right, so I bring mine. And I bring glycemic index chart. I bring a good blender If this person doesn't have one, I bring my own, no problem. If I know that there is a good blender at home, that's fine. If not, I bring mine. I bring frozen strawberries. Again, I'm just sharing with you my own style. Take it or leave it. Frozen strawberries, you will understand why. And if needed, I bring it in a cooler bag and freezer, ice packs if necessary, okay, just to bring it, to keep it. If I know that this person has frozen strawberries, then I don't need to bring it. But it's important that we know it. So, and I have products for sale, but I have it in my car. I don't bring it to the place. Okay, that's important. I'm not coming to sell. That's important. They can buy eventually, but I'm not coming to sell. It's a different positioning, completely different positioning. In many cases, people buy, but I'm not selling. But they do buy, but I don't sell, but they buy somehow. And less I sell, more they buy. This is what I found out. So now let's talk about the party itself. So I arrived 30 minutes earlier and discussed the meeting with the hostess, with the person, with my customer. Then meet the guests, have small talk, treating these people with tea and aloe, nice music at the background. Some people, we have Tanita. I say, this is Tanita. If you want to make little measurement, no problem. Very light. I don't discuss results with anybody. It's not necessary to do it. It's just an option, right? Everything is great. No matter what Tanita shows, you don't discuss results. Okay, you can say, you write everything in your notebook, and then you say, if you want, we can discuss it later. I'll explain to you individually, right? I will explain to you the meaning of those parameters and how to fix and improve everything, but not now. Everything is just wonderful in your case, okay? So everything should be very positive. So then, after small talk and after people did the Tanita or not, it doesn't really important at all. So you invite everybody to the kitchen and you prepare very tasty shake. Again, no lectures, okay, no boring explanations, no propaganda, right? Nothing like that. You're just having fun. You explain in a couple of sentences that this is the foundation for the healthy nutrition, for the healthy breakfast, balanced nutrition. We are in 95 countries. This is the leading company. We have 300 scientists building this for 45 years. This is number one, $9 billion company. And this is its leading product. That's it. This is it. No lectures, no boring explanations, no nutritional lectures, no presentations, nothing, just having fun, right? So once you have this small talk and just explain what you are doing here, you invite everyone to the kitchen again. We are getting to the kitchen. And at the kitchen, in the kitchen, we, again, the same way, we delegate tasks, we assign roles, and we involve everybody. I need your help. This is what you say to everybody. Guys, I need your help, please. You're going to pour water. You're in charge of milk. You're in charge of this powder, that powder. You are going to press the button, okay? And you are in charge of spoon, okay? So you delegate everything to everyone. You don't touch anything. That's important that you don't touch anything. Once they prepare the shake, they buy the shake. That's very important. By the way, the same in nutrition clubs. If you have nutrition club and you prepare shake for your customers, I think this is wrong. You need to give them an instruction. They need to do it. Okay, you standing next to it, right? But they do it. Once they do it, they buy it. Buy means, I don't mean buy physically the products necessarily, but they buy the idea that this is their own baby. They do it, they prepare it, they cook it, and then they drink it. So that's why I believe my job is not to prepare it for them, but to involve them actively and let them do it. So again, it should be very tasty. I will give you an example at the end. This is promotion for you to stay until the end. A few more minutes, don't worry. So at the end, I will share with you my winning recipe. Absolutely 100% winning recipe, even two, but actually one. So important, no nutritional lectures, okay? When we drink the shake, so all of us now, we prepared it, now we drink the shake. Again, no arguments, people can have, you don't argue. They can say whatever they say, they can ask questions, okay? You don't fix anybody, people have the right to their own opinions. Don't argue. Once you start arguing, you start convincing. Once you start convincing, you become a salesperson. Once you become a salesperson, you have people there, that's it. They start, they are on defensive. You don't want these people being on defensive, okay? So you don't argue, you actually say, yeah, no problem. Yeah, this is what I also heard, all kinds of interesting things. Actually, this is the reality. I love it. My family loves it. And you just turn the conversation always into positive direction, and you never argue. Because again, it's not sales. We're not selling anything, okay? We are just having fun, building relations, and creating trust. This is all we do. And then we say, anyone who is interested, I'll be happy to help with the personalized nutrition program. I will show you what your numbers mean, okay? And let's schedule, here's my phone, what's your phone, let's call, okay. I can call you tonight, later tonight, or tomorrow, whenever, and then we will schedule a meeting, and then we'll do your own personal wellness evaluation and your program, and so on and so forth. People normally start asking how much is it and all kinds of stuff. You say, this is very individual. Normally it costs less than regular food, substantially less than regular food. Okay, that's few euros maybe per shake. Okay, but it's definitely less than, this is the highest quality nutrition, meal substitute, meal replacement, and it costs substantially less than any other regular food. Okay, so don't worry. And so don't go into exact numbers. And then again, small talks, exchange phone numbers, schedule meetings, try to schedule meetings with people now. Okay, just open and schedule meetings. This is what you want to do. To go and see them at their homes, this is the best way, is to go and see them at their homes. This is what you want to schedule. And small talk and leave. This meeting can take a bit more time. It could be 1 hour meeting because there are a few more people, okay? And but again, it's not 2 hours meeting. You are not selling anything. And if someone wants to buy right now, and if it's fine with the hostess, with the person, with the family, okay. But this was not your intention. And you actually make it clear it was not your intention. And then people, they start, the trust level would go up because, so they didn't invite us to sell. We just had nice time. The person is fine, not after our money. Okay, everything makes sense here. Okay, we also want to join. You can talk also about a little bit, few sentences about marathon, about nutrition club, whatever you do. Okay, but mainly what you want to do is you want to schedule the next meeting with these people. So after the party, what do? You schedule with individual meetings with all these people, discussed it already. This is where you make close deals and make sales, and you go to their homes. Fastest way to close the deals and create next generation of customers. You want to go deeper? The fastest way is you go and meet them at home. You need to have products. That's why you need to do your PPV. You need to have your own product stock at home and not just sign up customers as preferred members, as preferred customers, and let them buy from the company. This is long way. This is the longest actually way to get to something. The fastest way, if this is local business in this city, is actually to take products, go to the person with your Tanita and your products, and make a sale and all the instructions and everything else to do it at home. This is the fastest way. At the same time, you would schedule next meeting with guests at the same home. So you would go one more level deep. Okay, so with hostess, you need to discuss again development of the team, marathon. You would discuss marketing plan now. Now it's about time to show this picture, marketing plan. That's about time. Sign this person up if it's not yet done, right? And place an order for 500 or 1,000 volume points for this coming for this team under construction. You need products. We need products for this team under construction. We need products. Okay, so we want to get to the this is what you discuss. Sign up, discuss 500 volume points or 1,000 volume points, depends on the appetite. I would discuss both, and I would place 1,000. If we are in building mode, we would need to place 1,000 to make sure that we have enough products for this newly constructed team. So congratulate the new assistant captain, if this is the case. Discuss the next home party, the same person next week, a different, another 5 people, all right? Another 5 people, same process. Let's do it again next week. Always next week, next meeting. Same type of meeting, because we want to bring more people. We want to build eventually at least 2 teams from those shake parties. 2 teams. And you can do it within a couple of weeks. If you just go and do it, if you just keep scheduling those meetings, you would get within 2 weeks, you would get a new active supervisor with 2 teams at least. So this is how it works. Now, so that's why we discuss. Again, make list of next 10 potential guests for the next home party, and then continue the same pattern every week. And then once you have the next customer, you do exactly the same story from first meeting without guests, just to the family, get everybody on product, whole entire family, and then go and start meeting friends and family and neighbors during those within those shake parties, home parties. Okay, so this was again what I'm just showing you here is how you build multi-level structure of your team by developing circle of influence and going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. That's why you need a standard process. Okay, not many recipes. It's not about culinary recipes and cooking. No, it's just simple but wonderful shake, which is universally accepted by everyone. I found one for myself. I will show you now how it looks. But again, it's just my style, but you can do it differently. But this is the idea of building your multi-level teams and multi-level organization. And this is how you would see your loyalty is growing. Your customers are becoming more loyal because they have people under them. They have downline. Each customer needs to have downline. That's the bottom line. You want to have your customers forever, be loyal, engaged with you and with the company. They need to have some downline. And then you will see how many of them are actually ready to move seriously. Okay, and so here it's coming. This is a bonus for you, my favorite home party shake and beverage. Very simple yet effective. That's the one. Da-da-da-dam, it's coming. Very simple. So you take chocolate Formula 1, you take rebuild strength, half milk, half water, whatever milk, not necessarily cow milk, any type of, right? And 2 spoons of chocolate Formula One, 2 spoons of or 1 or 2 spoons of rebuild strength, several berries, frozen berries, strawberries, and it's just unbelievable, and everybody loves it. So here's once everyone is tasting it and trying it and love it. Okay, this is universally accepted. I never seen anybody who said this is not for me, I don't like it, it's not my taste. You try it, guys. Try. Just put a lot of it, right, into the blender. Just a lot of it. It's great texture. It's cold. It's unbelievable. The texture is just unbelievable. Okay, you go and you try it, and then you involve everybody, and then the entire family or guests, right? And then, sorry, and guests, and then everybody will be happy. So this is my own secret recipe. And then obviously afterwards, we also do this tea, aloe and tea together in one glass. It could be hot or cold, depends on the situation and season, right? But this is what we do: shake and then tea and aloe. It could be different order. It could be first shake and aloe, and then I'm sorry, tea and aloe, and then shake. So depends on the dynamics. But these two things, I don't change it for many years already. I'm just keep going wide and deep with the same recipe. I never change it. All I want is new people, more guests, more meetings, more guests, more meetings. This is my secret recipe. So, guys, again, thank you for your for the invitation. I was glad to share with you my own experience in building organization. I hope if you add this element of shake parties and home parties and home meetings in your town, you will see much faster building of your team and your personal and organizational volume. Thank you very much, and I will see you soon. And congratulations to all the top captains and top countries.